big surprise in the budget was saved until last. Osborne did a bit of a Gordon Brown in that he kept something right back, right until the end of the budget speech, which was the windfall tax on North Sea oil companies to pay for a cut in petrol duties. Essentially, petrol is going to go down by 1p. Everybody thought that he might not go ahead with Labour's pre-planned above inflation increase in fuel duties, but actually has gone one step further and actually cut the cost of motoring for Britain, and he's done that by having a windfall tax on the profits of North Sea oil companies, which have been rolling in it as a result of global oil prices going above $100 a barrel. This one essentially was a steady as she go package in that he didn't take money out of the economy, but he didn't put money back either. He just left things overall what's known as fiscally neutral, so he didn't make any real changes to his overall stance. The whole theme of the budget was supposed to be about growth. I mean, Osborne's argument is that last year was all about rescuing Britain from the terrible fiscal mess that he said Labour left the country in when it left office, and now this year's budget is all about reform and recovery. So he laid out his strategy for getting Britain back on a growth path again. So he wanted a more competitive tax regime, so he cut corporation tax by 2p rather than 1p. He wants to rebalance the economy, so he has this thing called a Green Investment Bank, which is designed to channel funds into the new growth businesses in the environmental sector. He wants to boost Britain's rather poor record for education and training by increasing the number of apprentices, and he wants to make it easier for businesses to start and grow and find finance. So that was the sort of overall strategy. The real problem that he had was that he announced all these rather nice sounding growth measures, and they did sound rather nice and rather comprehensive, but actually at the same time he said that growth for this year was actually being cut. His forecast for growth in 2011 has now been cut from 2.1% to 1.7%. That's because the economy entered the year weaker than expected, and it's now facing the quite big challenge of how it copes with not just the tax increases that came into force in early January, the VAT increases, but further tax increases and benefit cuts that are coming into force in early April, and also the first real tranche of the spending reductions which go on for the next 4 years. So growth may not be as good as the government is hoping for or was previously expecting, and that does leave a rather big hole at the centre of this overall strategy that Osborne announced today.